One young boy arrived in America with almost nothing and went on to help build the most powerful information system the world has ever known. No inheritance waiting, no doors opened for him, just numbers, curiosity, patience, and one belief that made powerful people uncomfortable: that information should be free, accessible, and easy for everyone to find. Sergey Brin was not born into wealth. He was born in Russia, in a place where free thinking was not welcome. His family believed in education and truth, but the system around them did not. When Sergey was still a child, his parents made a risky decision. They left everything behind and moved to the United States so their son could grow up in a country where ideas were not controlled. They arrived with very little money. Life was not easy, but what they had was more powerful than money: freedom to think. Sergey grew up asking questions. He loved numbers, he loved patterns, he loved solving problems that others ignored. While many kids dreamed of quick success, Sergey was curious about how systems worked, how information moved, how knowledge could be organized and shared. Years later, that curiosity led him to Stanford University. That is where everything changed. There, Sergey met another student who asked big questions: Larry Page. Together, they noticed a problem that most people had accepted as normal. The internet was exploding, but finding the truth was getting harder. Search engines were loud, cluttered, easy to manipulate. Sergey believed information shouldn't belong to whoever shouted the most. It should belong to whoever was right. They stopped competing for attention and built a system that rewarded accuracy instead. They used math to rank information based on trust, not tricks. That idea became the foundation of Google. At first, it didn't look like an idea that could generate much money. It looked like a research project. But here's what most people miss: when you solve a real problem honestly, money follows. Google grew because people trusted it. Billions of people use it every day. And attention turned into opportunity. Opportunity turned into income, and income turned into massive wealth. Sergey Brin did not hustle for money. He innovated. He focused on building something useful, not something flashy. This is the real lesson. Wealth is not always loud. Innovation beats hustle. And quiet, consistent behavior builds powerful results over time. Have you ever thought about what kind of wealth you want to build? Fast and fragile, or slow and strong? Stay with me, because this is where the idea of ownership quietly changes. By the end of this story, you'll understand how Sergey Brin built generational wealth without chasing money, how Google avoided the traps that kill most companies, and how behavior, not brilliance, creates financial freedom that lasts decades. This isn't just a tech story, it's a story about how money behavior shapes outcomes. Sergey Brin was born in 1973 in Moscow in the Soviet Union. At that time, the country was not free. The government controls information, jobs, and education. People were told what they could learn and what they could say. Sergey's family was Jewish. In the Soviet Union, Jewish families faced some challenges everywhere they went. Limits on the schools they could attend, limits on the jobs they could get, limits on how far they could go in life. Even if you were smart, the system decided your future for you. Sergey's parents believed in knowledge and freedom. They knew their son was curious and intelligent, but they also knew that if they stayed, his future would be small. So they made a very dangerous decision. They chose to leave everything behind. In 1979, when Sergey was just 6 years old, his family moved to the United States. They did not bring wealth. They did not bring comfort. They brought hope. Hope is risky when you have no backup plan. There was no safety net, no promise that things would work out, no guarantee of success. They settled in Maryland and started over from zero. Sergey's father became a math professor. His mother worked as a scientist at NASA. These were smart jobs, but the family was not rich. Money was tight. They lived carefully. Every dollar mattered. But something else filled their home: ideas. Their house was full of books, numbers, and conversations about science and logic. Sergey grew up watching his parents solve problems instead of complaining about them. He learned that answers come from thinking, not wishing. While other kids played around for fun, Sergey played with questions. He liked puzzles. He liked patterns. He loved understanding how things fit together. He was curious. As an immigrant, he learned something early. Nothing is given to you. You must earn everything with skill and understanding. You must notice what others ignore. You must think ahead. Sergey saw how systems worked. He saw how rules shape outcomes. He understood that if you learn the system, you can change your position inside it. That belief stayed with him. He learned that knowledge is power, that freedom starts with information. Understanding how things connect gives you control over results. This immigrant mindset shaped everything he later built. Sergey Brin did not grow up expecting success. He grew up preparing for it, and that quiet preparation would later help him change the world. Most people don't realize this, but Google did not begin as a business idea. It did not start with a plan to make money. It started as a school research project. Sergey Brin and Larry Page were students who were curious about one big problem: how to find the best information on the internet. At that time, search engines were messy. They showed too many useless results. The loudest websites showed up first, not the best ones. Sergey and Larry thought differently. They believed links were like votes. If many websites point to one page, that page must be important. It meant other people trusted it. This idea was simple, but very powerful. They called it PageRank. Instead of counting who shouted the loudest, Google counted who was trusted the most. Instead of rewarding noise, it rewarded quality. Good information moved to the top. Bad information fell away. That single choice changed everything. When people searched on Google, they got better answers. Because the answers were better, people came back. Because people came back, trust grew. And when trust grows, attention follows. And when attention grows, money eventually follows. This is real compounding, not just money growing over time, but behavior builds trust, and trust builds power. No hype, just value. In 1998, Google officially launched, but it didn't look impressive. There were no colorful ads, no pop-ups, no banners screaming for attention. Just a simple white page, a search box, and answers. This design choice mattered more than people knew. Google could have filled the page with ads and made fast money. Many companies would have done that. But Sergey chose something harder. He chose to protect the user experience. This decision cost Google in the early years. Investors worried, competitors laughed, but users trusted Google because it felt clean, fast, and honest. While others chased quick profit, Sergey delayed profit. That delay became their advantage. People stayed longer, people searched more, people told others. Over time, that trust turned into dominance. This is where opportunity cost shows up. Opportunity cost means every choice has a trade-off. When you chase fast money, you often lose long-term wealth. But when you protect value, money finds you later. Sometimes what you don't chase is exactly what makes you rich. Google didn't chase hype. It grew because it solved a real problem better than anyone else. And once people trust you with information, they trust you with everything. Have you ever felt pressure to make fast money instead of smart money? Comment yes or no below. For a long time, Google focused only on giving people the best answers. They did not rush to make money, but eventually they found a smart way to earn without breaking trust. That moment came with AdWords. AdWords changed advertising forever. Before Google, advertising was mostly guessing. Companies paid money to show ads on TV, radio, or websites, hoping the right people would see them. Most of that money was wasted because many viewers were not interested. Google did something different. Instead of selling space, Google sold intent. Intent means what a person wants at that exact moment. If someone searched for "buy shoes," it meant they were already thinking about buying shoes. That information was powerful. With AdWords, advertisers only paid when someone clicked their ad. No click, no payment. This was fair, it was clean, it was smart. There was no guessing anymore, no shouting, no wasting money, just math. This flipped the balance of power. Advertisers were not controlling Google. Google was reading human behavior and turning it into value. The search data showed what people wanted, when they wanted it, and how badly they wanted it. And once money follows attention, it grows fast.
very fast. Cash began flowing in, not millions, billions. Google became one of the most profitable companies in the world. But here's the part most people miss. Sergey Brin did not let success change his strategic vision. He did not rush to buy expensive toys. He did not chase luxury to prove anything. He did not let ego take over. Because Sergey understood something simple: lifestyle creep kills focus. Lifestyle creep happens when your spending grows as fast as your income. The more you spend, the more pressure you feel. And pressure makes people short-term thinkers. Short-term thinking kills innovation. Instead of chasing comfort, Sergey stayed focused on building. He protected curiosity. He protected long-term thinking. He knew that once you let comfort control you, risk disappears, and so does growth. Google kept innovating because its leaders stayed disciplined. The lesson here is clear. Money is not the reward. Control is the reward. Google did not make money by annoying users. It made money by helping them. And when you help people solve real problems, attention follows. When attention follows, money becomes inevitable. This is how quiet thinking creates loud wealth. And it all started by understanding one thing most people ignore. Human behavior is the most valuable data on Earth. In the year 2004, Google became a public company. This moment changed everything. When a company goes public, it sells shares to the public and gets listed on the stock market. Many founders lose control at this stage. Investors begin to make decisions. Profits become more important than vision. But Sergey Brin and Larry Page did something different. They chose control over cash. Instead of giving up power, they kept it. They used something called dual-class shares. This means not all shares had the same voting power. Even though many people owned Google stock, Sergey and Larry still had the final say. Some people thought this was greedy. It wasn't. It was protection. Wall Street cares about short-term results. Investors want profits every 3 months. They want fast growth, fast money, and quick wins. If numbers drop for even a short time, they panic. Founders think differently. Founders think in years, sometimes decades. Sergey and Larry knew that real innovation takes time. You can't rush big ideas. You can't measure the future in quarterly reports. By keeping control, they built a safety wall around Google. This guardrail stopped outside pressure from forcing bad decisions. It gave Google the freedom to think long-term. Because of that freedom, Google made bold moves. They bought YouTube when many people thought it was a waste of money. They built Android even when phones were already dominated by big companies. They invested in Google Maps, Chrome, and other tools that didn't make much money at first. Each of these products took time. None of them were quick wins. But together they created something powerful, a system. Each product made the others stronger. Android pushed Google Search. Search powered ads. Ads funded innovation. Innovation attracted more users. This is leverage at scale. Instead of relying on one product, Google built an ecosystem. One success fed another. The whole machine became stronger with every new part. Most companies chase fast profits. Google chased long-term dominance. This decision came from discipline, not ego. Sergey Brin understood something many people don't. Money is replaceable. Control is not. Once you lose control, you lose the future. That's the lesson here. People who build lasting wealth protect their ability to decide. They design systems that give them time. They avoid pressure that forces short-term thinking. Google didn't win because it was fast. It won because it was patient. And patience, when combined with control, turns ideas into empires. Sergey didn't stop searching. He invested in moonshots, self-driving cars, AI, life sciences, Google X. This is how wealth compounds quietly. Do you see yourself becoming wealthy someday? If yes, drop your wealth role model in the comments. Sergey Brin teaches us something important. Wealth isn't built by reacting, it's built by designing systems. He avoided debt pressure, lifestyle inflation, emotional decisions. He focused on long-term value and leverage. At his peak, Sergey stepped away from daily operations, not because of a burnout. He went in search of clarity. He understood something rare. To have control, you don't have to control everything. It means controlling direction. That is the mindset that preserves wealth. Sergey Brin didn't chase money. He chased truth, and truth scaled. The richest people don't chase money. They build what money depends on. If this story helped you think differently, share it. We post real finance stories every single day. Subscribe so you never miss the next one that could save you money or make you money. Like, drop your comment, and remember this: the future doesn't reward noise. It rewards those who build quietly and wait. Catch you in the next story.